Today, we're going to talk about a very popular debate. What would happen if Gojo and Omni-Man fought each other? Who would actually win? So, without wasting any more time, let's jump straight into it. Imagine this. The sky suddenly cracks apart. On one side stands the strongest sorcerer in modern history, Satoru Gojo, the man blessed with the six eyes and the Limitless technique, the man who casually treats special grade curses like annoying insects, the man who once said, "Throughout heaven and earth, I alone am the honored one." And honestly, he had every reason to say it, but on the other side, a red and white blur descends from the clouds. His mustache is stained with the blood of countless worlds. His fists have shattered civilizations. His name alone makes entire planets surrender. Omni-Man, the Viltrumite warrior who conquered worlds for an empire that spans the galaxy. The same man who massacred the guardians of the globe in minutes. The same man who turned a crowded subway train into a horrifying weapon. The same man who can fly faster than most people can even think. So the question is, if these two monsters ever crossed paths, who would actually win? Today, we're going to break down every category: strength, speed, durability, abilities, battle IQ, and finally, the actual fight itself. Let's begin. Part 1, strength. If we're talking pure physical strength, this category isn't close. It's Omni-Man, and it's not even remotely debatable. Gojo is physically powerful for a human sorcerer. He can enhance himself with cursed energy. He can throw devastating punches. He can fight hand-to-hand against elite opponents. But Omni-Man operates on an entirely different scale. This is a guy who can casually throw objects weighing thousands of tons. A guy who can punch through mountains. A guy who can destroy massive alien structures with sheer force. A guy who has fought beings capable of threatening entire planets. And perhaps most importantly, Viltrumites become even more dangerous the longer they fight. Their bodies are biological weapons designed for conquest. Omni-Man's punches aren't just powerful, they're city-destroying levels of powerful, potentially much higher. If Gojo and Omni-Man stood in a boxing ring and Infinity didn't exist, Gojo would get absolutely demolished. One clean hit from Omni-Man could turn most anime characters into red mist. So in terms of raw physical power, Omni-Man wins easily. Part 2, speed. Now things get more interesting. Omni-Man is absurdly fast. We're talking about a character who can travel through space, a character capable of crossing enormous distances in incredibly short periods of time, a character whose combat speed allows him to blitz entire superhero teams. His reactions are terrifying, his movement speed is ridiculous, and his flight speed is downright unfair. Gojo is fast, extremely fast. By Jujutsu Kaisen standards, he's a monster. He can react to elite sorcerers. He can dodge attacks from special grades. He can move faster than most opponents can perceive. But compared to Omni-Man, he's slower, significantly slower. In a pure speed contest, Omni-Man wins, no question. However, there's a huge catch. Speed only matters if you can actually hit your target, and that's where Gojo changes the entire game. Part 3, the biggest problem: Infinity, the ability that has broken countless debates. For anyone unfamiliar, Infinity creates an infinite space between Gojo and his opponent. Imagine trying to walk toward a wall, but every time you take a step forward, the distance gets divided infinitely. You keep moving, but you never actually arrive. That's basically how Infinity works. No matter how fast Omni-Man flies, no matter how much force he puts behind his punch, no matter how desperately he tries, his fist never reaches Gojo, ever. It's like trying to touch a mirage. The closer he gets, the slower his attack becomes, until it effectively stops. And here's the terrifying part: Infinity is usually passive, meaning Gojo doesn't need to actively react every single time. The technique handles threats automatically. This creates a nightmare scenario for Omni-Man, because his greatest advantage, his overwhelming physical stats, suddenly become useless. Part 4, can Omni-Man bypass Infinity? Now, some people might say, Omni-Man is so fast that he could just blitz through it. No, that's not how Infinity works. Infinity isn't a durability shield. It's a spatial manipulation technique. You're not breaking through a wall. You're dealing with infinite distance itself. Punching harder doesn't solve the problem. Flying faster doesn't solve the problem. Being stronger doesn't solve the problem. Unless Omni-Man has a way to manipulate space itself, Infinity remains active. And that's a huge issue, because Omni-Man's entire fighting style revolves around physical domination. Take that away, and suddenly, things become much harder. Part 5, Gojo's offensive techniques. A lot of people focus only on Infinity, but Gojo isn't just defense. His attacks are insane, too. Let's start with Blue, Blue creates a powerful attraction force. Think of it like a miniature black hole. It drags everything toward a single point. Then there's red, the exact opposite, an explosive repulsion attack capable of launching enemies away with incredible force. And when Gojo combines blue and red, he creates hollow purple, one of the most terrifying attacks in anime. Hollow purple essentially erases everything in its path. Buildings disappear, landscapes vanish. Anything caught directly in the attack is in serious trouble. Now let's be clear. Omni-Man is ridiculously durable. He has survived unbelievable punishment. But Hollow Purple isn't a normal punch. It's a fundamentally different type of attack. Even Omni-Man would not want to tank it directly. One clean hit could change the entire fight. Part 6. Domain Expansion. And now we arrive at the biggest win condition, Unlimited Void, Gojo's domain expansion. This technique traps opponents inside a space where they experience infinite information. Imagine your brain trying to process every book ever written, every sound ever made, every image ever seen, all at the exact same moment. Your mind collapses, your body freezes, your ability to function disappears. That's what Unlimited Void does. And here's the scary part. Physical strength doesn't protect against it. Being faster doesn't protect against it. Being tougher doesn't protect against it. Once you're trapped inside, you're in trouble. Massive trouble. Could Omni-Man survive the effects? Maybe. Could he function normally inside it? Probably not. And that's the problem. Even a few seconds of vulnerability could allow Gojo to finish the fight. Part 7. Battle IQ. Now let's talk intelligence. Because both of these characters are smart. Gojo is an analytical genius. He quickly understands enemy abilities. He adapts during combat. He constantly experiments with strategies. Omni-Man, however, has thousands of battles worth of experience. He's fought across galaxies. He's conquered worlds. He's survived wars. He's a veteran warrior in every sense of the word. So who wins here? Honestly, it's close. Gojo may have greater tactical creativity, but Omni-Man has vastly more combat experience. We'll call this category roughly even. Final verdict. Could Omni-Man win? Absolutely. If Infinity didn't exist, he'd destroy Gojo. His strength is superior. His speed is superior. His durability is superior. But fights aren't decided by stats alone. They're decided by matchups. And this matchup heavily favors Gojo. Infinity neutralizes Omni-Man's greatest strengths. Unlimited Void gives Gojo a devastating win condition. And Hollow Purple provides finishing power. Because of those factors, Gojo defeats Omni-Man around 8 out of 10 times. The strongest Viltrumite is a physical monster. But against one of anime's most broken hacks abilities, muscles alone aren't enough. Gojo takes the victory. Now tell me, do you agree with this verdict? Or do you think Omni-Man finds a way to break through Infinity and prove why Viltrumites rule the galaxy? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like. Also, if you want to watch a video on Naruto and Sasuke versus the Invincible verse, click on the video appearing on your screen right now. Until then, this is Heroes Chad signing off.